Morning.
Hey,
Woo!
it's Wednesday. What does that mean, guys? Type in your wins.
Yeah, in case for those of you that don't know, in our other world, the Active Volcano family on Facebook,
AKA, which is soon to be called the Volcano Love Tribe.
we're changing the name, guys. We'll explain later. Don't worry. But it's our Facebook community. It's our free community, and we have a little thing that we call Wednesday. So, what are your wins? What are your wins for today? What are your wins for this challenge? What are you excited about? What are you proud of? Tell me what your wins are. Maybe some of you guys have had some more miraculous things happening.
I got laid for the first time in a month, says
Woo!
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. Possible international acting job.
Wow.
Taught my flatmate a song. Amazing, you guys. Keep reading them. I gotta set something up.
Made to the call on time. Billy and
Yes.
painted a giant triangle bookshelf.
Ooh.
Woke up early and pooped.
Who's got a triangle book? I want to make a triangle bookshelf. That sounds awesome.
Went live in our group and sang for you all.
Oh my God, I haven't seen it
Massive
yet.
breakthrough on how I parent
Oh,
myself.
that's awesome.
Amazing. Let's see. Learning a better way to communicate with my daughter in the forest.
Wow.
Did sports photography for the first time yesterday.
Wow.
Natalie.
Cool.
Ate a healthy, delicious food all day. Been working on myself without guilt. Hey.
Wow, you guys.
I'm awake for this.
Wow. I'm awake for this.
Got 2 jobs to apply for. Feeling lighter. Amazing, 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 amazing.
Wow. Awesome wins. Thanks for sharing. So, guys, today is day 3.
Day 3.
Challenge is almost over. Can you believe it? It's like, this is the, you guys have really gotten up over the hardest part of the challenge.
Now it's like, hey.
Now it's smooth sailing down the other side. A lot of you guys have been triggered. A lot of you have shared some really vulnerable stuff. Some people have even dropped out. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see. The way, we explain all this in the first day, where it's like, this is intentionally going to stretch you. And then as
stuff is going to come up in your life, and that is your opportunity to look at yourself and see something different. Mm-hmm. And then they're just like, done.
Bye. I'm not ready for this. And you know what, guys? That's okay.
That's okay. They'll be back.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes an introduction like this to this kind of work, and then oh no, and then kind of like sneak back in a couple months later, and you're like, I'm gonna check this out again, see what this is about. It's like you just like dip your toe in a few times before you really can like take the full plunge. So for a lot of people, this was like their first toe dip into this kind of awareness, and it could be scary. How many of you guys felt that? Wow. Felt that scared, that fear? What you had it in the middle of the night last night? Yeah.
No, this one, I love how when people do this challenge with their moms. Teresa writes, saw my mom really getting into the challenge, and she talked about her guilty feelings at age 64. Isn't that rad? It's so cool.
That's amazing. Teresa, my mom's done the challenge a couple times. Hold on one second, guys. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. My mom's done the challenge a couple times, and she's really gotten a lot out of it as well. So, and she's 65, and I was so surprised the first time she did the challenge.
So if you're a mom on here, maybe a mom, somebody who's in the challenge or someone who's coaching the challenge, pipe up. I want to see all the moms in here.
Yeah,
the moms. Who is your baby in here?
If your child enrolled you into this challenge, got you to do this challenge,
give them a shout out. Any dads too? Give them a shout out if your child got you into this challenge.
Yeah, we want to hear it. Any dads? Any daddies?
Michelle's dad, Robert.
Oh, cool. Okay. Who else? Claire Thomas. My mom is killing this challenge too. Awesome. Cool. Wow, that's great. Wow. So we got 75 people on this morning.
Amazing. Wow.
That feels pretty good. I feel like I'm ready to roll.
Ready to roll. So if you guys are watching the replay and you feel like you're late, don't worry. You still have time to get caught up.
Yeah.
Maybe you're watching the replay on Thursday or on Friday or on Saturday just before the bonus webinar.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah. We are not finished until Saturday. So you got plenty of time.
And even then, we've just begun.
Even then, until the baby comes, we're still going.
Yep. All right, guys. So let's turn on our first slide. See what we got waiting for us here. Where'd it go? There it is.
Let it go.
Let it go. All right. Here we are. Cool. Little Volcano Get Your Shit Together Challenge. All right, guys. So what are we covering today? What is on the page for today? So like we said, you've gotten through kind of the most difficult part of the challenge, the most challenging part of the challenge, the most triggering part of the challenge. And we talked about yesterday, we talked about your vision. We talked about how to find your vision, how to get it really clear and specific with your 6-month letter. And today we're going to kind of put all that together and teach you how to actually take those steps toward your vision.
So let's review what we've gone over so far. You've got your Patronus.
Yeah, look at that. Everybody, Patronus.
Tell us what these are as we bring them up.
Yeah.
We're not going to give it to you. No more spoon feeding. What is that?
Who dat?
Shadow side.
Yes.
What's that?
Who's that? Sassafras.
Goblins, yes.
Goblin, awesome. Goblin army. Me this morning, nice. Goblin, which I didn't understand. That's okay. What to do? That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Just clean shit. When in doubt, just clean shit.
Who's that? Who's that beautiful lady hanging from the
little trapeze artist?
Oh, were you reading? I thought you were giving them the answer.
And
who's that? Who's that beauty? Wise herself. Awesome. Okay. Who remembers what Offner is? Who remembers what Offner stands for? Ooh. Chandrakanta, light of the moon.
Yes. Observation, feeling, need, request.
Yes, good. Lauren. Good job. All right. Now, what could this possibly be, you guys? What could this clip art scroll be? Again, wrong font. But oh wow, what are you gonna do?
That font really matches that scroll.
It sure does. All right. So how many of you guys are feeling like, whoa, have we really learned that much? That it's like a whole book's worth of information that we've thrown at you. So it's normal to feel overwhelmed or like maybe you forgot something or you didn't get a chance to do one of the exercises. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, as we were going over the webinar Tuesday night, I was like, honey, this is an entire book right here.
So just be present. So who would like to hop on real quick and just share out loud something that they've experienced with this challenge so far? Maybe a big win or something they're feeling really excited about. Maybe Laura Nunn. Okay, you've got some hands raised. Laura Nunn ended up signing up for 6 weeks of coaching yesterday. It was super exciting.
God.
She decided to take the plunge. All right, Mandy, switch. Switch, when are you going to change your name? Thanks, Siri. Okay. Hi, Switch.
Hi. I actually don't. I'm trying to figure out how to change it on this one. It's changed on all my other Zooms, so I don't know.
Okay. There should be, if you're curious, there should be like 3 little dots on your screen somewhere or something like that.
Yeah, I tried finding it yesterday because I realized my name was up wrong, but whatever.
Whatever.
Okay. So like in the middle of webinar yesterday, as we're talking about boundaries, I am really good with boundaries with other people, and Audrey and Corey and I, as I've been going through coaching the last 6 months, we keep like hounding on this, like, why am I procrastinating and not doing things that I want to be doing for myself? And and Audrey's always telling me, you need to be nice to yourself like you're nice to the kids you nanny. I nanny my niece and my nephew. And what I realized yesterday was I don't just need to be nice to myself, but I need to be that disciplined parent to myself.
Yes.
that I didn't really have because we had kind of hands-off parents. So, once you hit a certain age, you kind of did it all on your own, and then you did it for the ones that were younger than you.
Yeah.
So, I realized I have to make rules, like big rules. Like a big one is bedtime. And I have like an 8-year-old's bedtime right now because I have to get up at 4 a.m. for school.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so it was, yes, very, lots of ugly crying in the webinar yesterday, but it was super awesome. And like, it felt so good because we've been literally, Audrey and I have been pounding on this thing for like 4 months.
Wow.
So it was pretty awesome.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. I love that. Wow. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me.
Love you.
Love you too. I don't know how to just.
Oh. All right. One more from Claire. Claire Thomas. Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
Good. Yeah. Your photo's great. Look at that queen pigeon.
Oh, thank you. So I'm doing fabulous. I actually am super excited to share. I got on this challenge, but I started taking some of the steps before the challenge. Like I quit my quote unquote real job. and and I was like, well, we're going to see how this goes. And hopefully this challenge kind of like skyrockets since, I'm quitting my real job. And yesterday was the first day that I taught my first yoga class as a quote unquote full-time yoga teacher. And after I was finished, I was like, I'm a fucking badass. Like,
Yes,
I just did this. I did this. And I had the feeling for the first time of like self-confidence and badassery is what I can say. Like, I like truly, truly felt it. So I had been really struggling with self-confidence and like what I wanted to do and like if I was even going to be able to do it. And I like felt it deep in my core and my guts yesterday. So I'm super excited and like can't wait to keep working on my assignments and my homework to see where that propels me.
That's amazing. It's funny you say that you had a problem with confidence because like I don't know you that well, but from what I do know of you, you made a huge impression on me. I was like, damn, she is so cool. Like,
yes.
I want her to be my friend. Like, I want to take all her yoga classes. Like,
yes.
And I was just thinking that you have such presence in your voice and it's so resonant and comes across so clear and confident.
Yeah.
That I would love to take your yoga class just to hear you talk.
So, thank you.
what I see happening is like you're finally starting to see yourself the way the rest of the world sees you, which is amazing.
Yes, I'm super excited. So I just want to say thank you guys. I love you guys so much.
Love you too. Thank you for being on this challenge, Claire.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, you guys are so cool. I love all of you so much.
Every time we talk to somebody, I'm like, oh, I want them to be with us forever.
Yeah. I mean, thank God for the internet, right? It's like you can make such amazing friends all over the world with the power of the internet. I mean, to the point where we don't have very many friends IRL in San Diego is what I mean to say. Most of you guys are out there and it's so great to hear you and see you. So thank you again, everyone that's here today. Thank you for being here. All right.
Well, now we have Lee Jager and Encinitas.
True.
Yeah.
Real life friends. All right, guys. So how much energy, growth, and inspiration has this challenge already provided? I want you to think about the fact that you paid $47 to be here. And if you sign somebody up with you, you got $20 back from that 47.
So I want you to think about the fact that you paid $27 to be here.
So I want to ask you, have you guys gotten that $47 worth yet? Do you feel like you've gotten your value from this challenge? Just curious.
Laughing at my math.
Holy crap, yes, of course. Hell yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, people are asking me how I'm doing it. Oh yes, 10 times over. Awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you guys. So glad to hear that.
When anyone gives us money, we make sure that we over deliver. Over deliver. Like sometimes people are like, guys, that was a little too much.
Can you slow down?
Can you scale back a little bit? You guys
are
like giving too much. Yeah, it's just what we do. So in the past 2 years, we've paid over $100,000 to learn the work we're doing with you because we're obsessed.
That wasn't in the script. That's just literally how we feel about this work. We love it so much.
You couldn't skip that moment.
We value coaching so much. We have paid for lots of coaches, programs, trainings, events, all kinds of stuff. And we sat down and added it all up last night. And we were like, oh my God, okay. We've really invested in this. We've had lots of different coaches, Clara. We could go over that later. But
you know, you can have a different coach for a different thing.
Exactly. So it just depends on what field you're interested in diving into or what aspect of yourself you're interested in transforming. So
yes, coaches, if you're a coach without a coach,
it's like a doctor who doesn't believe in medicine. Right? So all good coaches should also be currently in coaching, receiving coaching from someone else. It would be like a yoga teacher who doesn't take yoga from anybody else, who only like teaches their own classes.
Or like a therapist who doesn't have a therapist.
Yeah, or doesn't even believe in therapy. So just think about that. And so we just wanted to just share that with you guys because that number really shocked us over the last 2 years. It's a lot of money.
I wasn't shocked. We're freaking awesome.
We wasn't that shocking.
So much into this and so much into ourselves, and it shows, and it's obviously backed by our investment.
Yes. Yeah. And so we've taken all of that knowledge, all of that training, and we funneled it into this challenge for you guys for $47. So I'm glad that you're seeing the value in it. Thank you for affirming that for us.
And that's just the past 2 years. There's been so many more years of trainings and investments and things that we put in here. I think, you know, both of us have been invested in this work since about, I think, 2012 when we first started dating.
Yeah, or before that. I mean, I was going to massage school and things like that all the way back to 2007. So
that's true.
So yeah. All right. Something's wrong with that picture. What's the picture? Interesting. Oh, you're responding to a comment. Okay, cool. All right. So who's ready to hear about today's card? Today's card, guys, this card could not be more perfect. Your jaws are gonna be dropping when you hear the description of today's card. So,
and this is a card that was just pulled randomly. I mean, like, we set sacred space for it, but it was still like, we didn't pick the cards face up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That we actually pulled them just randomly. So, all right, I'm gonna read the card. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will be soon. You are between emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release the old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Our old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Ocean represents the tender love of healing at the deepest levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform.
And that's why we keep saying, you guys can get caught up. Don't worry. We gave you a little space here.
You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regimen, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. Switch. You are deeply loved. You are deeply loved. So the Work Your Light activation is to repeat this quote. So repeat after me. I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. Boom. I would drop our mic, except it was really heavy. It would probably land on my foot.
Slightly expensive.
Yeah.
It was free, actually. We won it as a prize.
We did. It's a great mic, though.
We say volcanoes always win, volcanoes always win, volcanoes always win, and we always win.
All right. So, and I used to be the opposite of that. Opposite.
One time I won a raffle twice.
All right, guys. So
I was 8, and I decided from that moment on, I always won.
Oh, I love that. So you've been doing this work since you were in the womb, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So today's the day when you get to choose your transformation, that cellular level, deep transformation. Are you going to, oh, hello. Are you going to do this challenge and then forget about it next week? Or are you going to take what you've learned from this challenge and implement it into your life without looking back? It's your choice. So you get to decide today. This is where you get to take this short week that has been a spark in your life and turn it into a raging fire of transformation. So how? It just means you have to decide, you guys. You have to make a decision.
This is our word, is decide.
Yeah.
How many of you just simply avoid deciding and then the universe decides for you? It's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to order, so I just get the crumbs that are left over on the table.
Mm-hmm. Or you just wait, let everybody else pick what they want first, and then, that's what you're left with. So honestly, guys, this is really what it comes down to. This is what made the biggest change in our life. I mean, we keep saying that we've taught you all the things that have made the biggest change in our life, but this moment of decision where you just jump in and don't look back, you make that decision as if there was literally no way to turn back. You fully commit to it.
If you make a decision that you can turn back on, it's not a decision.
Mm-hmm. So the power of deciding is real. People say to us, they're like, you guys, you've been through all this stuff. You lost your business. You were starving. You were sharing Trader Joe's microwave meals 2 years ago. You were depressed. Your yoga studio was about to close, or like your marriage was falling apart. You were living in a van. And now, like, how did you freaking do that so fast? How did you build that business and get that dream house and get pregnant and build this family and travel the world and live in Bali and like live in, what? How have you done this? You're like helping people transform their lives. You're just like, how did you turn it around so fast? So we're going to tell you exactly how we did it.
Yeah. And it's a decision. A decision is also backed by action. So when you decide, that means you take action on the decision.
Yes, immediate action.
So tell them real quick. We didn't put this in the slides and in the script, but I think it's a really amazing story that I'd love for you to share. Is the decision about going to Italy.
Oh yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell this. Again, this is unscripted, you guys, so bear with me. This is before I started even doing this work, okay? But it was when I knew there was a time in my life when I wanted something different. I had been raised pretty poor, just always learned to work at the earliest age possible. I was babysitting as a kid. I got my first real job at 14. I lied about my age to get my first job. I didn't do any extracurricular activities after school. I just worked. And I always thought I have to work because my family couldn't provide the things that I wanted or needed. So if I wanted stuff, I had to figure out how to get it myself. So it's just this workaholic my whole life. I went to college a few different times, dropped out, never finished anything except massage school because massage makes you money, right? And next thing you know, I'm 24. And I've lived my whole life just for my jobs and for my partners, from the different people that I had dated. I let them kind of make the decisions for me. I never really went after what I really, really wanted, which was a lifelong dream of traveling. I collected National Geographics as a kid. I was obsessed with them. I wanted to be a National Geographic photographer. That was like my first dream job. It's like when my parents asked me what I wanted to be, they wanted to hear doctor, and I would tell them that, but secretly in my head, I was like, I want to be a National Geographic photographer. And so that was my secret dream my whole life. And I never did it. I never left the country. I went to like Canada, once. I did a lot of road trips because I thought traveling internationally was too expensive. And so I was 24 and I was like, you know what? I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this life. I'm so sick of just paying bills. And like, I have this new car and I have all this furniture and I have this nice apartment and blah, 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 but I'm done. I just want to travel. God. And I'm Italian. I always wanted to go to Italy. That was like the first place I would go. And so I just made the decision. I said, I'm going to go to Italy. I'm going to Italy. I'm going as long as I can. I was in debt. I had credit card debt. I had school loan debt. Like I said, I had a new car. But I made that decision that I was going to Italy and nothing was going to hold me back. Nothing. I didn't care how I had to figure out how to get there. Nothing was going to hold me back. And I knew that I wasn't going to get there by working the same job that I had because it didn't even pay enough to pay off my credit card. So I followed my gut. Every little decision I made to get there was like a decision nudged by spirit, and I did not look back. I just went for it. So one day I came home from work and my roommate was filling out an application to donate her eggs. And if you donate your eggs, you can get between like $8,000 to $15,000, just depending on how in demand you are. And so I was like, hey, that would be perfect. That would be enough for me to pay off my debt, blah, 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 and then go to Italy. So I did it. I signed up and I knew as soon as I made that decision, I said, I'm going to sell my eggs. I'm going to donate my eggs. I'm going to help some people start a family, have children of their own, because I'm not using them right now. And then I'm going to use that money to go to Italy. So I did. And it went perfectly. Like everything went so smoothly. The application process, the psychological evaluation, a couple saw my picture within like a day, 24 hours. And they were like, we want her eggs. And I was like, okay. So I started taking the drugs and then everything goes great. I make the money. It wasn't quite enough to pay off everything. And as soon as I was done with the surgery, it's not really surgery. They just kind of suck them out. And they were like, hey, can you do this again? Cause like another couple wants your eggs. And I was like, yeah, sure. Okay. So I had like maybe 4 or 5 months before I was about to leave for Italy. And so I go to do it again. And the second time I go to do it, it didn't work. The drugs didn't work. And I basically just swelled up like a balloon, got really sick and had to stop. And so, I still needed, some money, still need about like $8,000 to really get where I wanted to go to Italy. And so I was a little discouraged, but I kept going. And they said, okay, well, let's try again. So I tried again. Third time's the charm, got the eggs. And then you guys, there was like all these obstacles in my path. This was really crazy. So I decided to go to Italy with my best friend from childhood. And we were talking, we lived in different states. We were planning this remotely, but she was going to go with me. And I sold everything I owned, got rid of my car, got rid of all my possessions. And about 2 weeks before I was about to go, I was attacked on the street. Somebody broke my jaw. Somebody just assaulted me on the street. I think he was trying to mug me, but he didn't actually take anything. So I had a broken jaw, you guys. And for a lot of people, that would be enough to maybe make them stop for a minute and cancel their trip or not continue on or whatever. It was pretty traumatic. But in my head, I had made that decision. And I did not care. I was like, I'm going to Italy. I don't break my jaw. I don't care. I'll just drink pasta sauce or something. I could eat solid food for 6 weeks. And so then like a week later, my best friend who was supposed to go with me dropped out of the trip. She's like, I can't go. And so for a lot of people, that would be enough reason to not go. But I was like, no, I'm fucking going. I don't care. I'm going to go. I made the decision. I'm going. So all these things were lined up to like test me, to see if I was serious, to see if my dream was really this decision that I made. Like, are you going to stick with it? Are you going to stick with it? How about now? How about now? How about now? And I was like, yeah, I'm going. So finally, I just went. And I lived there for like 5 months. And I worked on olive farms and lavender farms and vegetable farms. I was doing woofing, which is working on organic farms. And it was the most amazing experience of my life. The most amazing experience of my life. I had pinched myself every morning when I woke up because it was so beautiful there, and it was so wonderful, and it was so perfect that it was everything that I always wanted, everything I always dreamed of that traveling would be. And I was so happy that I made that decision. I was so happy that I just did not look back, did not let anything get in my way, and just did it. And so from there on, it was like, after I got back from Italy, I realized never to question my spirit again, never to question my decisions again, and never to settle for less than what I really wanted again. And after that is when everything really, the momentum started gaining. And within a couple of years, I met Kit, who was like adding gas to the fire. And between the two of us, it was like, oh, okay. Decision. We've done a lot of stuff together. But Kit really brings that out in me a lot. But that was like my first real big decision, you guys. So just in case you're sitting there thinking, all right, I have this vision. I know I need to make a decision on it, but there's all these things in my way. Just know that if you stick to it, no matter what, the answers will appear. The momentum will continue. You can get through anything if you are really clear about what you want and how you're getting there.
So guys, the power of deciding is real.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. just saying.
Yep. All right. So how many of you guys are sitting there thinking, all right, I know there's a decision I need to make and I have no idea how it's going to work, but I'm just going to go for it. And I'm scared. How many of you guys are feeling that way? Okay, we got Audrey, we've got Claudia, Jamie, Jane, Swirl, Cortland, Amber, Lil Bear, Andrea, Carissa, Erin, Anna, Teresa, Tony shitting my pants. Yes.
So if it's that easy, if you just had to decide, why wouldn't more people have what they want? It's because most decisions are half-assed decisions. And that moment that like something happens, you're like, oh, it's a sign. I'm done. No thanks. Mm-hmm. And you don't, it's a test. It's a test. Like, has this person really fully decided, or is this another one of their wishy-washy things that they don't actually want? So that test is your commitment to yourself. It's you parenting yourself and backing yourself in that decision.
Yeah. So guess what, guys? Here it is. You have to believe in what you want more than you believe in your limitations. You have to believe in what you want more than you believe in your limitations.
And often that test is that opportunity for this to happen. Mm-hmm. And when this happens, boom, it all starts happening.
Yeah.
Everything starts flowing.
Yeah. So we're so excited about this challenge. Like during challenge week, we don't really sleep. At least I don't. I was up all night last night, just like thinking about all of you guys, thinking about all the big things you're getting ready to do. And when you have a vision that big, nothing's going to get in your way. But look,
I've seen so many people who have tried to come up with resources for something and like kind of pretended, well, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, but I don't have the money. And then finally, when they're like, I don't care what it is, I'm coming up with it, they find it. Like, mm-hmm. Corey is a really good example of this. Mm-hmm.
So guys,
it's that decision that I don't care where it's coming from. I know it's there. I know I'll find it. Then they find it.
Yeah. So some of you might be sitting there thinking like, I don't know what my vision is. I don't have a big vision. Like, am I supposed to feel like there's a big vision? I feel inadequate because I can't figure it out. So just know that you're not alone either. It's okay if you don't have this big, huge vision for yourself. So we just want you to remember to start small. Pick 3 things. 1 personal goal, 1 professional goal, and 1 other goal. It could be small. Like I said, personal goal could be like, all right, I'm going to work out 3 times a week. Professional goal could be something like, I'm going to get 1 extra client this month. Start small, you guys. And then as you gradually begin to build on that, you can start to build a bigger vision for yourself. Focus on finding something that stirs your soul so deeply that you have to go after it. So after you start that small vision, then start to think, okay, what is it that I really, really want? What is it that I'm too scared to let myself want? If your vision is big enough, then your challenges won't even be an issue anymore. They'll be an opportunity. You'll look at every challenge as a gift to get your vision because you decided you have no other choice. When you put yourself out there, you take that leap of faith and you decide, the path to the money will show up, the path to the resources, the path to the people that you need to know to make your vision happen. All of it will show up for you. It's the energy and the vibration of faith that transforms your life.
And you have to take a leap to actually be in faith and know the universe will provide for you. If you take a leap and then you're like, but it didn't happen, that's not faith. That's taking a leap and then looking instantly for affirmation that the leap worked. And then you're like taking the leap and then crawling back up.
All right. So I'm going to tell you another story of mine. You guys get a lot of Rosie today. A whole lot of Rosie. Who remembers that song? All right. So this is so the Italy story was great, but there was some trauma involved. That was kind of like me taking my first like wobbly steps, right? This story,
that's just like learning how to walk. The first time you take a step, you fall down.
Right. So this story is kind of like the next level. This is after we've been doing this work for a while. This is just going to be another example of making that decision and then allowing the universe to provide for you.
Ooh, okay. Denise says, what happens when your significant other isn't on the same map? Well, you know what? This happens with us sometimes. And
this happens in this story.
This happens in this story. This is perfect. And I'll give you this short answer and then you can see it in the story, is that you have to believe in what you're doing so much that eventually they come on board.
Yep. All right. So I apologize for the lack of beauty in this slide here, but it's about to get better, okay?
Hey, that's beautiful.
All right.
Great job.
So in January 2017, that was 2 years ago, which is crazy. It was 2 years ago. We joined this coaching program, right? And we moved to San Diego. This is after losing our yoga studio, being in debt, living off credit cards, living in a van. We literally were just still buying groceries on credit cards at this point, okay? But we had invested this money that we didn't have into this coaching program. We made the decision to not look back, to give it 110%, no matter what. And so we were pretty broke. We moved into this place. We had a little bit of a setback at the beginning. We moved into this place where our next door neighbors who shared a yard with us, a fenced in yard, had some dangerous pit bulls that kept attacking our dogs. And we had to move out within 2 months. We didn't get our security deposit back. Like, it was just like, oh God. Okay. It was just like kind of stressful. So we just moved into this new place. This is about May of 2017. We were starting to build our coaching program, starting to build our coaching business, and finances were still super tight. We were kind of like, we were doing good. It was like building well. We had a lot of momentum, but finances were still pretty tight. So we barely ever even left the house to experience San Diego. Like, we didn't even know how to get to the beach, you guys. We never ate out. Like, we didn't know what was in our neighborhood because we were just in the house working. All right. Just, and so in May, my friend Janet McGinnis from Edinburgh messaged me and asked if I would come sub at her studio for 3 weeks in August and September of that year. So I immediately said yes, because I told myself I would never let finances or time scarcity get in my way of opportunities that felt in alignment with my spirit. I love Scotland, you guys. Jane Mann, if you're watching, I love you. I love Scotland so much. And Louise, I know you're Irish, but you live in Scotland. I love you.
So here I am, the negative Nelly, and I'm like, honey, you need to show me where all the money is coming from. You need to show me how much Janet is paying you, how many bodywork sessions you're going to, blah, 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 blah. How much you're going to pay. Show me it's going to pay off before you go.
I was like, nope, I'm going. I love Scotland. Edinburgh is my favorite city in the whole world. You guys, it's so magical if you've never been. It's so magical. My favorite people are there. You guys, if you've never met a Scottish person, like, they're amazing. They're so magical. There's more to it than the magicalness. They're just loving, kind, hilarious, beautiful people. And so, like I said, Kit questioned me, but I was like,
I questioned you so much.
I knew I needed to do this, and I knew that I was going to find the resources to do it. So I got really resourceful, like I do. I put myself out there. I got some bodywork clients just randomly walking down the street. Literally, I was just picking them up. Like, we met a lady on the sidewalk and I was like, hey, your shoulder looks fucked up. Come and see me, which it was. And I helped her. But, I was just like, okay, whatever I can do to manifest the money for this plane ticket, I'm going to do. Sold some stuff on Craigslist. Finally, I ended up putting the plane ticket on a credit card, because I knew that I was going to pay it off. I knew that it was going to work out. Whatever, no matter what Kit said,
I don't think you even told me you did that.
Nope, I just got them. And 100% faith that it was going to work out. So here's the cool thing. As soon as I made that decision, and I actually just used my credit card, which I knew I really shouldn't do, to buy those plane tickets. As soon as I made that decision, all these opportunities started falling in our laps. So within a couple of weeks, our friend Tom Barber, for those of you who know Tom Barber, he's a forest yoga teacher. He reached out to Kit because he was having a gay and trans men's yoga retreat in Tuscany. And he was like, hey, do you want to come assist my retreat in Tuscany? And it was like 2 weeks after I left for Scotland.
So Rosie couldn't get on board.
Yeah.
But couldn't get me on board. But the universe, because she had made such a clear decision and wasn't wavering on it, because she made such a clear decision, the universe is like, okay, I'm going to find a way to get him on board. Boom.
Oh, we can bring up the first pictures. That's me with the Greyfriars Bobby, the little dog. And this is me in Edinburgh. I just love that city. All right. So Kit said yes to Tom Barber. And we're like, okay, seems like it's working out. So I'll be in Scotland. You'll be in Italy. All right, what's going to happen next? So we decided if we were going to be over there anyway, across the sea, we might as well meet in Berlin, because there was a forest yoga teacher training happening that week, and we could go take the morning intensives.
Once you get to Europe, flights everywhere are like $100
or less.
Or less.
Yeah, usually less. And so we signed up to go to forest yoga teacher training for a week for just the morning classes. And I asked, I'll just see, this is how much I love Scotland. I just love it. This is us at the Forest Yoga Foundation Teacher Training. A lot of you guys who are on this webinar right now were in that training. And it was the first time we met you. Teresa was there. Who else was there? Claudia was there. Jane, were you there? I don't know. Jane, were you? Anyway, and that's Jumbo, our favorite person ever. And so I asked if I could do body work during this training. And they said yes. And it was like Jumbo was talking up my body work before I even got there, because he's just wonderful. And as soon as I got there, I was just book. And so was Kit, actually. Mm-hmm. We both did so much body work, and we got to touch so many of you.
We just had
so going much through that training.
And the other thing too is we just had so much cash flowing out of our pockets.
It was like, I mean, first of all, I really enjoyed doing that body work on you guys and being able to be with you during those special moments. And also, I really appreciate the abundance that you brought into our lives, because we really needed it at the time. And we didn't know how we were going to pay for our travel expenses. But next thing you know, we're in Berlin, and literally there's money falling out of our pockets. And we're like, I don't know where this is coming from.
So I went from like totally skeptical to showing up to Berlin, and Rosie's just like, let me take you out to eat. Let me take you out to eat. Let me take you out to eat. Look what I got. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. And so we figured, since we're going to be in the UK and Europe for a month, we might as well plan a yoga retreat. And we decided to plan a retreat in the Canary Islands, which are Spanish islands, but they're kind of closer to Africa. And it's kind of, they're like a vacation destination, but there's a big volcano on them. So we said, all right, we're going to just plan a yoga retreat, see what happens, because this is going pretty well. So we opened up the doors for a yoga retreat, and boom, it filled up. We sold it out. And the trip was like, it was working out perfectly. I just had an amazing time in Scotland. We had an amazing time in Berlin. Kit had an awesome time in Tuscany. The money was flowing in. And so not only did I not only did we make enough money with body work to pay for our travel expenses, but while I was in Edinburgh, before Kit even left the States, I got this inspiration, because I was in this place of following my spirit, following the nudges of my spirit. People had been asking us to start a coach training program. So we had just been doing private coaching and group coaching.
And they were just like, the results you got me are amazing, and I want to add this to the healing modalities that I have.
Yeah.
And so
I was like, we haven't been doing this that long. We can't teach people how to be coaches.
This is one that I was trying to pull Rosie along, because everybody was asking me, teach me how to do this, teach me how to do this, teach me how to do this. And I was like, honey, we have to listen to our clients. We have to give them what they want. And she's like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. But then this trip to Scotland, guess what
Mhm.
happens? What
So-
I wanted got implanted in her head.
So because I followed the nudge of my spirit and I went to the most magical place on earth where I feel so connected and so tuned in, tapped in, turned on, I was walking around the streets of Edinburgh one day and I got back to Janet's apartment and she has this beautiful bedroom, sitting in her bedroom watching the rain come down, and I'm just like, boom. This is the word of the training came in, the Volcano School of Bizcraft and Coterie. Boom. And I text Kit, I'm like, that's it.
And
We're
I'm
starting
like,
a program.
Yep.
The Volcano School of Bizcraft and Coterie is going to be 3 months. It's going to be this much money. I'm going to make a post. So I made a quick little graphic, put up a post, and within 5 days, the program was sold out. I think we had, 8 people sign up or something? Something like that. Okay. So that's what happens when you make a decision based on the nudges of your spirit, even if you're not sure how it's going to work out. It lines up to work out. And not only did I fill our coaching program while we were traveling and then made all this money from bodywork in Berlin and sold out our retreat, it was basically just by deciding, taking that leap of faith, buying that ticket on my credit card, that, I spent $1,000, right? I ended up making us $30,000 by making that decision.
This thing that I had been resisting for so long because I wasn't in faith, as soon as I switched into faith and lined up with it, she got the idea for the thing that I had been wanting to happen.
Right.
So it's really cool how the universe can answer a prayer through someone else when you open up to the idea.
Yeah. So here's just a few more pictures from our trip. There's Sarah, Nada, and Laura, and Ross. This was in Berlin, but these are people from other countries. Anna and Jose. I look a little scared, but I'm not.
We all look a little scared.
And this is our retreat in the Canary Islands.
That's when I still had boobs.
There's Coach Audrey and a bunch of other beautiful, wonderful people. There's Coach Mike off to the right. He joined the coaching program as well. And then there's our beautiful, wonderful friend Hummingbird. We ended up getting a little visit in with her in England as well on our way back home. All right, guys?
So here's a little story from Maston Kipp. And I love this story. This is when Maston Kipp was working on his first business, and he'd been building it for years. I think he had been building it for 7 years, and he had this massive list called the Daily Love, and he was just giving inspiration every single day to people's email. And this is before email for free. This is before email was a big thing. And I remember he tells a story that he was living in an 8x8 shack, no running water, no toilet. I think he was living in a shack off of somebody's house and had to go in and pee. And
it's basically like someone's garage.
And he's building this business and just finally breaks down and is like, why God? Why an 8x8 shack? Why? And he gets this clear gut message that says, because that's the size of your faith. Wow, right? So how many of you have been tracking your thoughts and realizing how obvious and clear it is what the size of your faith is, the quality of your thoughts? Mm-hmm. How many of you have been hurt in the past and lost all of your faith in the possibility of anything beautiful ever happening for you? Corey said, I lived in a 12x12. So you had a little bit more faith in Maston Kipp at that time. And now the longer story of Maston Kipp is he ended up finally doing a launch where he actually asked for money. He never even asked for money from these people he was giving so much value to. And finally, when he asked for money, he made seven figures in 6 months. In 6 months. That's $1 million in 6 months.
Mm-hmm. And he's been going ever since then. If you guys don't know who he is, check him out.
How many of you have been giving, and you've never asked because of your lack of faith of people showing up for you? Mm-hmm. Never asked. Yes. What would happen if you just started fucking asking to all the people that you've been giving to and giving quality to and asking them to support you back and pay you? Yeah. And ask from a place of faith.
So we're here to tell you that it's time to start expecting miracles. When you decide, then you've become 100% willing to get creative, to find the resources to get what you want. So when you think resources, you probably think money, right? What do I need? What do I want? It's going to take money. Well,
past that one.
Huh?
So resources is like asking your neighbor to watch your kid for an hour so you can do body work or a coaching session. It's like gathering all the resources around you or a mentor to support your vision. It's sealing the holes in the bottom of the bucket so the resource can fill up.
Right. Resources aren't just money. It's people. It's time. Time is a resource, right? So a lot of people say, I can't afford this. But then I ask them, how much do you spend on coffee drinks or alcohol every week? If you get coffee every morning on the way to work, how much would you save in 1 month if you just made your coffee at home instead? Time is a resource as well. Figure out where your time leaks are. For some people, I have to say, like, hey, I see you spending hours on Facebook every week. I see your updates every 15 minutes. What if you use that time to get resourceful instead? Now, initially, when you're facing issues with scarcity and lack, not spending seems like a good way to save, right? Just like not just cutting yourself off, like just pinching the pennies wherever you can. But we want to teach you that beyond the not spending method, we want to teach you the creation method.
And the creation method is becoming such a fucking badass that you can have your $10 lattes as soon as you open up for more that you desire, and you can have a path to it. So you can have your $10 lattes and you can have the thing that you want. You can have both because you've learned how to ask and have faith that it will come through.
Yeah. So, who remembers the monkey bar person? So I'm going to give you an example, you guys. When someone stretches themselves financially or takes that big leap of faith, it's not uncommon for random money to show up. You guys remember Coach Audrey's story? Well, we've got a few other coaches on the line right now. Seriously, there's a lot of people in our program right now who have had similar stories happen to them. So
who wants to hear from Jamie Gray? Jamie Gray, are you here?
Yeah, Jamie Gray, if you're here,
raise
type in
your
the chat
hand.
box. Let's make sure you're here. Okay,
yes.
Awesome. We'd love to bring you on.
Jamie Gray, we want to hear about what happened when the like literally the week that you signed up for BizCraft and Coaching.
Yeah, when you made that decision. All right, so give me 1 second. I'm going to bring you on here. Awesome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am so fired up for today.
Good morning.
Us too.
I was meditating in the sun. I was channeling in the shower to speak on this for you guys today.
Aww. We love you so much.
I love you.
So Jamie, tell us about what happened when you made that decision in September.
So where I was in September was in the bellies of grief. My mother had passed away in March of last year, and I was on my second miscarriage by September. And I was a mess, like an absolute fucking mess. And it took me to like scream outside to the universe, like finally coming to that full surrender mode of like, what the fuck do you want me to do? What is this? And it was at that moment where I realized I finally hit a level, like felt the wash of universal love flow over me. And I was like, oh, this is surrender. I'm a Capricorn, so surrendering is not that easy. And I was like, okay, my eyes and ears are open. I came inside like a good little millennial. I pulled out my phone and I saw a fucking ad for this challenge. And I was like, this is it. This is your sign, Jamie Gray. So I signed up, and it was like the minute I answered the questions to the intake form, I started feeling all of this energy source, and I started to feel this like vortex of fucking love that you guys have created. And it just started to fill my cup up. I could feel my well, like over the span of the week, just starting to turn on. And like everyone else in the group, your shadows come out, this comes out, your power turns on, you're up till 3 a.m. You're like all cosmic cracked out, and it's fucking great. And then I started to notice this one big shadow that was coming out. And it was this sensation that I realized I was continuously walking around in a no vibration. I thought I knew what was better for me. I was very resistant to the things that my soul was telling me to do. I wasn't listening to my deep instincts. I wasn't listening to my deep knowing. And I was, it's funny to tell you guys this from the other side, but from my side, I was like, I'm going to figure out my no to their enrollment all week long. I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to say to my coach. I know exactly how I'm going to get myself into saying like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I don't need this. And I fucking had an aha moment. And I was like, oh, I'm not saying no to this program. I'm saying no to everything. I'm saying no to my deep self. I'm saying no to the fucking universe. I'm over here praying and meditating and manifesting and mantra in my ass all day. But when it comes down to it, I'm showing the universe that like, I'm actually saying no. And in that moment, guys, Billy Sue is my coach. Billy Sue, I love you. She got to watch me go through this whole process. I was like, I say yes. I say yes to life. I say yes to living. And to loop it up with all the loss, it was like I had to experience some of the most intense loss on this planet for me to fucking live my life, for me to turn on and say yes to life. I had to look at loss in the face, in me, in my womb, out of the womb that I came from. This is like deep soul shit, guys. Like, and your program really led me through this breakthrough. I really don't think I would have been able to do it alone on my own in the backyard screaming at the sky. You know what I'm saying? So, and this loops into like, I feel the question, this is what I was channeling this morning. It's like, yo, the question, what people saying about the cult and this and that, and this is it. We have come so far from a community of conscious love. We have come so far from a space where there is nothing but love available for you that when we step into a vortex of this shit, we go, ooh, ooh, like, oh my God, what are all these people talking about? Like, think about it, 225 people in a space where you are being seen, you are being heard, you are being loved. This is the new earth, y'all. This is where we're heading. And the volcanoes are a perfect fucking example of what this is going to look like. Wow. They have worked hard for years. Like, I'm their friend and I've known them for 5 years, but yo, it's been a process. And there are so many of us in here on the planet that are here to do this as well. How, you know, like, look, your phones are blowing up. People are supporting you. They want to hear your vision. They want to see your piles of fucking unfolded laundry that you finally are putting away. Like, this is support. And this is love. And this is what we're here to do. And if you're in this program, you're here for a reason. Woo! Can I get a word and oh and a fuck yes?
I got an amen up in here.
All right,
Sorry.
JB.
That had to come out.
Can you tell people what happened after you signed up for the program?
Oh yeah. The question. Oh God, what happened?
Out there.
It was like within days, I signed up for the program. Within 3 days, I landed $2,200 more within the first 3 days. Like, I was making $2K cash. Boom. I got a couple people to sign up for something else that was like another G. Then I got the idea from you guys. You guys just literally planted the tiniest little fucking mustard seed in my brain. You were like, you know, launch a program with like 10 people in and ask them for $500. And I was like,
I'm gonna stop you right there. I've been planting that mustard seed as like a coconut for like the size of a coconut for about 2 years in your brain, and you've been saying no.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Okay, keep going.
Okay. So I finally received the coconut into my womb space.
Oh.
And I fucking went with it, sold that bitch out. I planned it, designed it, launched it, and enrolled it within 3 weeks and maxed it out. And crushed it. Since then, my 6-month letter became completely real. Almost like 80% of it came real within 3 months. So y'all get on your letters. They are not joking. I was like, I've quadrupled my business since. I've only been in the program for fucking 3 months. I can't imagine what's going to happen next. It was like, I finally tapped into my worth. I'm a big, powerful person here, if you can't tell. And so are they. I needed someone to hold up a big fucking mirror to me, is really what this was, you know? So, I keep making more money. I was able to release that extra side job. I just manifested it. And already I've had to release it because I've needed the space to stand in my power even more, to stand in my mission and what I'm here to do for the world, which is lead. So I joined this program because I'm a leader on this planet and I need help. I realized what I'm here to do is too big for me to just say, I got this, I'm good. So yeah.
Thank you.
I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? I love talking to you guys. It's so much fun. It's like I hope that people really got away from this is like, you've got to realize, are you here to be a leader and you're just walking around denying yourself of shit all day? Are you here to be like a healer, someone that's here to change the world, a teacher, and you're just walking around in this weird ass no vibe all over the place? Like I was trying to get people to spend $33 with me for my I run an online spiritual networking community, $33. Now I'm asking for $2,000. Now I've got multiple coaching sessions where you have to pay $500 even to get in. I've got private clients coming out of nowhere for my creative consultation work. Like I am on, it feels good to be on. And this has really just started this part of the journey. Yeah. And I needed to experience some real loss for me to wake my ass up. I believe that we are all on this planet for a reason. We have an earth mission. You are some badass being from another place that came here because God needed you or the universe needed you, source, whatever you call it. You've got a mission. You are here. Your whole life has been your experience to get you to where you are now in this program, right? This is your training. These are your stories. We're here to share our stories, to wake the world up. This is part of our own internal awakening, right? So the universe is always trying to heal itself, always trying to come back to this gorgeous homeostasis. So are you. How are we resisting our own growth? How are we resisting our own healing? How are we resisting the millions that want to come in? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Mama, I love that. Thank you. Oh my God, Jamie, I'm so honored just to be your friend. I'm honored that you're in our program. I'm honored to be another human on this earth with you doing this work.
I'm honored to be the channel that throws coconuts at your head.
Yep. I just thank you so much for those words. I can't even describe.
Yes.
We're gonna open up a church. How about that?
Deal. It's a deal.
And we will officially be a cult.
Sorry, guys.
I love you so much. Thank you guys for having me on.
Love you, Jamie. All right, guys. How powerful was that? How powerful was that?
We had a whole bulk yoga retreat story, and I'm gonna skip it just on my gut and go straight to the next thing, which is, why is it that all of a sudden when you make a decision, it's easy to come up with money?
Yeah.
It's because when your vision becomes so clear that you make a decision like that it hurts not to have it. When there's loss attached to it, it hurts not to have it. So you fucking go for it. Like Rosie's vision of Italy opened up for her. And then when she felt the loss of it, she's like, I'm going to do anything to make it happen. And Jamie's vision, finally, when she felt when the seed became a coconut, and I'm like, bang, 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 and she's surrendering, she finally feels the great loss of her mother and everything that makes her finally take that step. So, whoo! I love all this energy coming through.
Let me plug the mic back.
So when the pain of loss.
1 second.
Yeah.
Should I take a second?
Ready? So when the pain of loss pairs with the vision of something better, it creates absolute clarity that you must take action. So y'all know Joe Dispenza because he's our BFF, our boyfriend. We love him. He tells a beautiful story that illustrates it so clearly, and Jamie just tied it right into here so clearly for us. He's got this patient that comes into his office, and he's been a smoker for 30 years, pack a day, 2 packs a day. And finally, the coconut hits him over the head, and the scan comes back, and there's spots on his lungs. We call this a cosmic bitch slap. It scared him enough to wake the fuck up. The potential loss flashes before his eyes of what he could create for the rest of his life. And right then and there, he makes a great decision. He quits smoking right there. So this is that thing, high level emotion, clear decision, a loss at stake, rapid transformation.
So many of you already know that you're being called to work with us at a deeper level. Some of you have asked for signs for the universe before this challenge even started, and you got them. The universe is inviting you. Do not ignore the invitation. This quote that I put up here, if you've ignored the many times the universe has tried to invite you into your expansion, you will get a cosmic bitch slap instead. Don't wait for that bitch slap, you guys. So,
with your permission, everybody's been waiting on this. Like, we've already had people sign up and pay for the program.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this. And it is a clear reflection of us up-leveling and having so much faith. We have not stressed once in this challenge. And it's like, boom, boom, boom. People just want to join that they already have. We haven't even told anybody about it. But we're going to tell you about it now with your permission. Ways that you can make a decision and stick to it. We're going to share you how you can continue working with us. And we like to call this the pitch. Oh, yes. We are going to sell you something. Fuck yeah.
How many of you are like, all right,
shit, bye. Many people tune out when people ask them to work with them, when they ask you for money. Our high-level fucking challenge for you right now is to tune in and explore what is going on inside of you. Why are you automatically tuning out? Why? Like, tuning out is a numbing mechanism. And it happens when something comes up that you don't know how to face, that you don't think you are big enough to face. In this case right now, it's money. How many of you are like, I want to get over money. I want to get over my money stuff. And then you're like, stop shying away. This right here is an opportunity. So you get to make a new choice. Empath right now, feel our fucking excitement to share this with you. Realize money is not scary to us. Empath that from us so it can be your new reality. Feel it from us so you can feel what it feels like to feel fucking good about money. When somebody asks me for a large sum of money, I get excited. Every time the pitch comes at an event, every time a coach tries to sell me, I feel them. And I'm like, wow, this is what it feels like to step into your worthiness in a big way. And I run it through my cell tissues as a way to up-level and transform myself. So do that right now. Transform your relationship with money through us. Just feel what we're feeling. Stay tuned.
So you ready to transform it?
It's getting
Who's ready
juicy.
to transform it? Yes. We got a yes. Okay, we're going to transform it. You want to transform it some more?
A little more.
You want to transform it some more? Okay.
Don't. Hey.
You ready for a little more?
Make it rain.
You guys ready for a little more?
Boom.
You ready for a little more?
Boom.
All right, here we go.
Consider this your invitation into the volcano. Welcome. So right now we're going to invite you into the possibility of working with a volcano team on several different levels. And I want you to just feel what is the level that you fucking know is for you, not the one that you were like, oh, I'll just do that one because I don't have enough for this. Feel the one that feels right for you, because I don't want you in the program that is like cheaper because you don't think you can do it. Feel the one that's fucking right for you.
Yeah. Our goal is to inspire you, to attract you to work with us, not to sell you something that does not mesh with you. Guys, if this doesn't mesh with you, that's okay. There's plenty of other programs out there that will mesh with you, and we want you to find those programs. But if you are resonating with what we're saying, if you're resonating with this challenge and our stories and the stories of our amazing freaking coaches who have come on, it's 100% soul yes for you. If it's the right choice, then the resources will appear. And our job is to help you find an absolute yes or an absolute no to get you off the fence. Because you know what happens when you sit on the fence too long? You get sore balls.
Sore balls.
Or sore butt or whatever.
Something up your butt.
So you get to choose what is right for you in your transformation and expansion right now. Our only job is to help you get clear on the decision of what you need to do to move forward and step deeply into your purpose.
If we don't give you all the information you need to move forward, just ask for more.
Yeah.
Also, if you need to know every single little detail on how it's going to work and how your faith is gone, just like me with Rosie. I needed to know every little piece, and I didn't. all you need to know is that if it's right for you, you can make it fucking happen.
So it's important that we share the different ways you can work with us so you can decide if it's right for you or not, okay? So in the past, we used to get a little bit scared to share this part because we don't want to come off as salesy. But the truth is that most people want to keep going. They ask us for more. And we realized finally that it was our duty, not only that, but it was our moral obligation to communicate clearly what we do so that you can continue receiving the support and continue doing this work. And it's the same thing for you guys. If you have a calling of your spirit, it is your moral obligation to share it with the world, and to put yourself out there in a way that people can pay you for, because you deserve that. Okay.
It's our duty right now to show you what totally fucking owning it looks like, to lead with the epic feeling of wholeness and certainty and worthiness. Like, I feel so worthy of having 50 people in the fucking volcano tribe all at once. What would it be like to have that feeling like a year from now, 2 years from now, and just let yourself receive?
So don't let the money be the thing that stops you. Be resourceful, find a way, make a fucking decision, you guys. People's lives change in an instant when they make a decision and they stick to it. It takes a big force of energy that's stronger than your automatic negative to make a decision that you actually stick to.
Screaming at the fucking sky like Jamie Rose Gray.
Yeah. So
guess what? Our programs are expensive, depending on what mindset you're coming from.
Depends on where you're coming from.
We do that for a reason. A, because there's a lot of value, but B, it is our intention to scare you a little bit. Why? Because fear, a little bit of fear and a little bit at stake will drive you. If we charged you like something that was easy $33, you wouldn't show up. Right. And we want you to show up. Yes. When something huge is on the line, you finally do something huge.
Yes, exactly.
So
without further ado,
who's waiting for it?
Ready?
Who's like,
okay.
The Volcano School of Bizcraft and Coachery.
All right. So this is the most powerful transformative training we offer. It's also our most popular training. This is a 6-month program designed to imbibe you with the skills of a coach, a leader, and a business owner. You will learn the skills you need to compassionately and effectively coach people and coach yourself. And we're also getting ICF certified this year. So if you're wondering about the certification, that is coming in the next few weeks. We're right in the middle of it right now. So it follows all of the ICF coaching requirements in addition to that as well.
So if you're saying, but I don't want to be a coach, that's perfect. This program is also for you because you see the value in integrating the skills of being a coach and being a leader into everything that you do, into owning a business, leading your family, leading your clients, whatever it is. You don't have to want to be a coach.
Leading yourself. It's about doing the inner work on yourself as well, to believe that you can be a leader.
I remember one of the biggest compliments somebody gave me after they left the program. They said, I learned how to lead myself.
Yeah. So you guys, like Al, for instance, Al joined the program to transform himself, develop his own leadership skills and business skills. He doesn't really care about being a coach, but he's in the right place. Okay. He's surrounded by community. If you heard his story, it's fucking amazing. He has completely transformed himself and started his own business. So if you want to influence people from a compassionate place that lifts them up to be their best,
if you see unconditional love as a value and you struggle to bring it in with people that piss you off.
If you want to make a difference in the hearts and minds of even the most stubborn people.
If you want to learn how to listen, build trust, communication, and love.
If you're ready to commit time and energy into completely transforming yourself and step into unconditional love for yourself and others so we can all start expressing our gifts at the fullest.
This is also for you if you want full immersion. If you are like, I am ready to go all the way.
Yes. So guys,
this program is not just a dipping your toe into the water. This is like, boom, going for it. Surrounded by massive community, lots of accountability, lots of eyes, lots of support. You are like, this is my time right now.
So this might be for you if you're a yoga teacher or massage therapist or energy healer who needs to learn a skill that doesn't require the health of their body.
Yes.
To create income for themselves. That's where I was at for many, many years. It's like, if I got sick, I was fucked. I didn't get a paycheck. If you're a conscious entrepreneur, or you want to be a conscious entrepreneur who wants to create time and location freedom. So can you imagine taking business meetings from a cafe in Bali for a month just for fun? Because you can go work from Bali if you want to. Yeah, we did that last March.
Yeah, this is for you if you're a healer and you're a powerful healer, or you know you're a healer, but you're ready to shift your scarcity paradigm and receive money for what you're doing.
Yeah. This is if you're a photographer who's stuck working at Starbucks, but just wants to take photos of their favorite bands all day. Love you, Natalie.
Or you're a leader, a politician, you want to make great change in the world and you want to know how to lead. But this is also for you if you've gone through another coach training, but you don't have the community supporting you to fucking go for it.
Yeah. Or you simply know that you're here to step up as a leader in this world and you want to learn the skills of how to lift others up. So guys, if you're already feeling, yes, this program is for me, it's for me, it's for me, it's for me. This is a little more information about it on the screen, and you get once a week calls with your volcano coach.
You get to come to the Magma event.
Mm-hmm. You get learn coaching skills, communication skills, leadership skills, business skills, make a greater impact in the world around you.
So you get private support, mentorship support from us, and you get community support.
Right. So just to be clear, guys, this program is taught by us. We teach you everything. We do group coaching with you, but you will be coached. You will have also have your own personal coach that's a lead volcano coach in addition to all of that. Okay. So the investment for this program is $54.97. That's about $5,500.
And now that I'm talking about this, I'm like, that's cheap. That's not enough.
It seriously really
Sorry,
it is.
Guys. We should charge more.
It's about half of what the average is for a program like this. But we do it this way for a reason. Because we will make it accessible for people and we know what it's like. So it's $54.97 if you pay up front. It's a little bit more if you make it in payment plans. So there's a payment plan available as well. If you sign up by January 20th, so that's like midnight on the 19th, right? So if you were signing up at the very end of the night, Pacific time, on Saturday night, you will get a 1-year Audible subscription as a bonus gift for you. And how many of you coaches who are watching this right now signed up early just for the Audible subscription? Lola.
Yes.
Kim, there's quite a few of you guys out there. Yeah, exactly. You guys, I want that Audible subscription. Audible's amazing.
Who wants it to be sweeter? If you do full pay, we are going to take you on the Manifestation Disney trip on April 15th. Is that 15th? Is that a 15th?
The day after Magma.
After Magma.
So April 15th, we're taking you on a VIP group coaching date to Disneyland, and I won't have a baby in my belly anymore, so I get to ride on my favorite rides.
Yeah, so
we're gonna manifest.
We're all gonna go on Guardians of the Galaxy together and do ceremony in the line, raise the spirits, raise the energy, and then make a big giant wish together on every single fucking ride. The line is going to be crazy. So we've already got Billy Sue, who is a full pay, Al, who's a full pay, a few other people who are a full pay who are coming with us.
Yes.
So we're gonna do Magma and then just go have fucking fun and just like whip around Disneyland and probably cry from so much joy.
Yes.
So that is the full pay bonus.
So this is our big program. This is our most intense program. This is our 6-month program, but we've got a few other offers. We're just going to show you guys those real quick. Okay. So next is Erupt and Flow Personal Coaching. This is, you can either get 6 weeks of coaching with a lead coach or a junior coach. A junior coach those are most of the people in the program right now. They're in BizCraft and Coachery. Those are the junior coaches. So if you have a junior coach, you can only sign up for 6 weeks with them because they don't have that much left in their program. So 6 weeks of coaching with a junior coach or 6 months of coaching with a lead coach. You could also do the 6 weeks of coaching with a lead coach as well if you want to. All right. So with this personalized coaching, you will also get some group coaching from me and Kit twice a month.
With the Active Volcano membership, which we're going to show you
That's
soon.
Included in there.
Because this is included in Erupt and Flow. It's also included in the BizCraft and Coachery.
Mm-hmm. So you get to work more on your own personal goals, on your personal development. You get to work more on whatever it is that you're interested in. So if you have a very specific vision for yourself and maybe it doesn't have anything to do with becoming a coach, this would be a good program for you. Okay. So you're still part of the community. You still get to interact with us and with everybody else in the group as well. But you get that tribe of support.
You kind of want to take it at your own pace.
Yeah.
And it's still a really powerful program. It's just, and I say this lovingly, and I love this, is a little less of a bitch slap.
Yes.
A loving bitch slap.
And if you see at the bottom there, you get Magma, in-person breakthrough event. The price is wrong, first of all. And then at the bottom, it says we're going back in time to Berlin of 2018. We're not going to do that. It's the Magma coming up in April, which the price is already up to $597.
And if you're like, I can't make it in April, we have scheduled 3 Magmas this year, just like in our letter. So if you're like, April doesn't work for me, but I want to do the program, we've got April, we've got August, and now we have November.
Yeah, so August will most likely be in Chicago.
3 Magmas
is our home. But yeah, 3 Magmas this year, guys. So you've got plenty of opportunities to come to Magma, and also your ticket to Magma never expires.
That doesn't mean put it off, but yeah.
It doesn't mean put it off, but if for some reason you can't make it.
I mean, I think it might expire after like a year or two because, you know, we got to call it somewhere.
Well, and we'll probably be going back to Europe in next year, like 2020, or maybe even the November one will be in Europe. We'll see. Just depends on, you know, I'm about to have a baby. Got to figure that shit out. All right, you guys, so Erupt and Flow personal coaching for 6 weeks or 6 months. 6 weeks with a junior coach or with a lead coach is $997. 6 months with a lead coach is $45.97. And that there's also payment plans available for that as well. So the bonus for this, if you sign up for 6 months with a lead coach, you will get a 6-month Audible subscription by the end of the night on January 19th. So by midnight, January 19th, Saturday night, Pacific Standard Time, sign up and get that Audible bonus. If you sign up for 6 weeks with the junior coach, you also get a 3-month Audible subscription.
You know what? We were going to bring.
Love giving out those Audible subscriptions.
We were going to bring Billy Sue on, but I don't think that this is actually the right moment. Billy Sue is going to share with you how she used Bizcraft and Coterie as a way to like heal her relationship with her family. But we're showing you Erupt and Flow right now, and Virginia is here saying I did Erupt and Flow, and Virginia, would you be willing to come on and tell us what happened with you and the transformations you went through with just the private coaching and Erupt and Flow? Is that okay? We didn't warn you.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Fia. I love you. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me get you up here.
Also, can you guys, like, if you're like, I don't know if Bizcraft and Coterie is right for me, I'm not a coach, please reach out to Billy Sue Simmons. She is a freaking hoot, like just as much energy
as a force of nature
as Jamie Rose Gray. She's amazing. Billy Sue, please make a video.
I was gonna say, Billy Sue, if you could make a live video, that would be great. All right, Virginia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. So, VA, tell us about where you were at before you started coaching and where you're at now.
Okay. Well, I guess, when was it? Like a year ago?
Gosh, yeah, I think it was about a year ago. The January challenge, I think, was the first one you did, right?
Yeah. And I did it with Audrey. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I was living with my parents. And I felt a lot of shame and anxiety about this. And I didn't feel like I had enough independence for myself or motivation for most of any things that were used to be inspiring for me. And after working with Audrey and some assistance from Rose, I mentioned, it would be cool. I've always wanted to start a pet portraiture business because I love pets. And Rose and Audrey said, well, why don't you just do that? And I was like, well, okay. So I did, and I have a business now. It's an official business called Critter Creations. And now I'm not only that do I have the business, but I'm not living with my parents.
Woo!
I pay my own rent.
Amazing.
I still have a relationship with money that I would like to improve, but I'm on the right track now, at least.
Absolutely.
And Critical Creations is doing pretty well. And not only that, I've learned how to manifest, and I've been called the manifestation queen in the Little Volcano group.
Yes.
Because I've learned the skills to do it.
Yes.
And I've manifested teaching jobs. This spring, I'll be almost a full-time teacher working at 2 institutions.
Yes.
I'll be teaching 2 adjunct classes.
Wow.
At FCC, which is a community college, which is something I've always wanted to do.
Wow.
And then recently, I was hired to be a teacher at the Delaplane Arts Center, which used to be a really challenging thing to get into because the Delaplane didn't hire a lot of teachers, but that all changed. And now I designed 7 lessons between the spring and summer. I went to the interview a week and a half ago. I was really prepared and super confident, which wasn't like who I was when I used to interview places. Like I used to be, quote, quote, bad at interviewing because I didn't have the confidence. But I was also guided with readings too through the Little Volcanoes. Like I read How to Be a Badass at Making Money, and we really supported each other with readings and our stories supporting each other. And I just learned how to take risk and do things that I don't think I know how to do, but I know how to do it.
Can you also tell us what you've manifested in your personal life as well?
Oh, yeah. So in the last challenge, I worked with Carl, and I didn't have enough. I was building a lot of confidence within my business and artwork, but I was leaving myself behind in some ways. So I wrote a love letter to myself about how I'm a badass and sexy and attractive and talented and all these nice things. And it was a cocky letter, actually.
Yeah.
And I wasn't used to being cocky like that. So it was a real eye-opener. And I wrote a letter about my ideal partner. And within 2 weeks after the challenge with Carl and his guidance, it happened. And I'm still with him.
Yes. I know that you guys are in love.
Yeah. And we're in love.
In love. Yay! Thank you, Virginia.
It's amazing.
We love you, Virginia. We love you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So you guys, in case you can't tell, Virginia's been one of my BFFs for about 20 years as well. It is possible to create relationships like that with your friends. We've coached a lot of our friends and really seen some massive changes in their life. And it just brings tears to my eyes to see everything Virginia's been through over the last 20 years. All the struggles that she's had, and in the last year has just totally transformed all of them. I mean, it is like unbelievable, and nothing could make me happier. So anyway, if we have your permission, you guys, we just need a few more minutes, 5 to 10 more minutes to just get through the rest of this webinar. We've got a couple more offers, and then we have some homework for you. Okay.
Yes. The Little Volcano dating site is coming soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bunch of women and gay men.
Yeah.
There's
a few straight guys.
A few straight guys that are very, very, very emotionally intelligent and very, very lucky.
And very attractive. All right, hold on one second. I'm going to plug this mic back in. So Erupt and Flow, as you can see, Virginia has renewed a couple times. She's been on lots of challenges. She's done a few different Erupt and Flow variations, and they have all brought her massive change and massive growth in her life. So this is Erupt and Flow.
And can you tell the difference between, and there's no shame in the difference, between Jamie Rose and choosing Bizcraft and Coachery and like knowing that she's like going after like this visionary thing. She's a healer. She's doing this work. And Virginia's like, I'm an artist and I want to transform myself and I want to do the work on myself and I want to build this business here.
Yes. So it's very different people in very different walks of life.
And also different levels of intensity.
Yeah, exactly. Different levels of commitment too.
Yeah.
All right. So again, pay in full for any 6-month program. That's Erupt and Flow or Bizcraft and Coachery. Get a full day of VIP group volcano coaching.
So those are the 6 month, just to know, 6 month programs. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So next is our new and renewed and reformed and revamped Active Volcano membership. So this is something that we used to do that Switch became a lifetime member, which is awesome. So Switch, you keep your membership. Don't worry about that. But we decided we kind of let the membership fall to the wayside because Bizcraft and Coachery was taking so much attention.
And it's something that we did to our early adopters. It's like, if you were an early adopter, you get lifetime membership.
Yeah.
But y'all see that the train has left the station. There are no more early adopters. And the lifetime membership is kaput.
Yes.
And as we grow, there'll be a lot of more things that continue to be kaput. So like the earlier you get on, the more you get.
Yeah, exactly. We really, really reward the people who helped us build this business at the ground level. And we still are there, guys. We've only been doing this for 2 years. That's why our prices are still pretty affordable. But the Active Volcano membership is our most affordable option for you guys. And it is a 6-month commitment. We want you guys to commit to 6 months. Okay, because this is about making a commitment to yourself. Now, it's a much, much smaller commitment than any of the other programs, but for some of you, this may be the baby step that you need. So with the Active Volcano membership, you still get group coaching twice a month with me and Kit, and you still get group coaching twice a month with a lead coach.
So this will probably be like a group of like 20 to 50 people. So this
we
is
have
about
room for up to 50 people in this program.
This is about community and support.
Yes. And within that group coaching, you can get coached individually as well. All right. So there is an opportunity for you to submit a question in advance, come on and be coached. You will be coached in front of everybody, but you can get personal coaching through that group setting. Okay.
And what's the difference between this Active Volcano membership and Erupt and Flow is that you don't have a dedicated assigned coach working with you every single week.
Mm-hmm. So someone just asked, is this the same as the Facebook group? No, the Facebook group, anybody can join. All of you guys, go join the Facebook group. We're changing the name of it so people stop being confused. It's going to be called the Volcano Love Tribe in a couple weeks. We want to give you time to join it first. And the Facebook group is just free. Right. And that's it's a great community, but it's on Facebook, right? The Active Volcano membership is actual group coaching once a week, every month. Every month at the beginning of the month, we're going to do a monthly intention setting ceremony with me and Kit. We'll do that live on Zoom, where we pull cards, we think about what the intention is for the month, and we ask you what you need that month. You also get an online vault of classes that we've taught. There are, hundreds of classes that we've taught about how to build your online business, personal development, how to love yourself, how to develop your psychic powers. We teach classes about all the stuff that we're interested in, all the stuff that we've learned. And you can watch all of those classes. They're all uploaded, so you get access to the membership site. You get 10% off Magma, 10% off our retreats.
So all the other programs get this. And so if you join Bizcraft and Coachery, if you join Erupt and Flow, you get this. This is part of it. Mm-hmm. And you can also just do this.
Yeah.
At the lowest level commitment.
And so what we saw was the old Active Volcano membership used to include 2 webinars a month and 2 group coaching calls a month. And no one was showing up, you guys. And we were like, okay, we've been doing this for a year. And obviously there's a need for something more. And what really seems to create the most change for people is actually connecting face to face and actually being supported by a community. And so that's why we have completely redesigned this whole membership. And we decided to make the amount that you pay super, super low. I mean, group coaching once a week for $100 a month. What the heck?
Every Monday morning, you will start off your week with group coaching with either us
Yeah.
or the lead coaches.
Yes, it's gonna alternate. Okay. And so you could either pay in full for the 6 months and just make that full commitment to yourself for 6 months all at once. You save like somebody do the math, $140 or something. And we made them 2 sacred numbers. Okay.
5/28, which is the vibration of love. And it's also my birthday.
May 28th.
I get so excited.
So
about that.
it's the hertz. 528 hertz is the frequency of love, which I love. And then 108 is also a sacred number as well in yoga. If you get mala beads, there's 108 beads on your mala plus the guru bead. All right. So we thought,
who's born on October 8th? Anyone in here?
Or January, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, it's 528 for 6 months or 108 a month.
For 6 months.
For 6 months to do the active volcano membership. And so again, like we said, if you're ready to do it, but you're really just feeling like, okay, I have a lot going on right now, I need to just take this baby step. This is the step for you. Okay.
Yeah. If you're like, I just want to slowly build myself up. This is a good segue into growth.
Yes. All right. So there's the active volcano membership. And look at those snuggling meerkats. That's going to be us on the active volcanoes. Okay. So here we go. There's also magma. Of course, there's beautiful, wonderful coach.
This is just
Kenna.
another opportunity of something that you can do.
You guys have already heard about magma. You've seen the comments.
Included in BizCraft and Coachery and included in 6-month Erupt and Flow.
It is, but you can also pay for magma separately. So if you're just like, I just want to go to magma. I just want to meet these people in person. I just want to meet all these coaches in person. Come to San Diego in April. It is $597 until March 1st. Then the price goes up. Okay. Like I said, we have 3 magmas planned this year. They will be coming up soon. And you can find all this information on thelittlevolcano.com. So all this information, all the links that you need are on thelittlevolcano.com. Just type in thelittlevolcano.com and everything will come up for you. We're also going to send it out in an email to you after this webinar is over. With all the links. It's also going to be in the pinned post in the announcements in our group. Okay. So bonus, we're going to give you guys a bonus gift.
Challenge is not over.
The challenge isn't over.
We are going to be opening up Zoom for group coaching hours with me and or Rosie Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Times will be sent out in an email and
On
in the announcements.
Pin post.
It's not the pin post anymore, huh?
It is.
Oh.
It is. So don't contradict me. Okay. All right. So yeah, today, guys, if you want to hop on a group coaching call with me and or Kit, it might not be both of us every time, but
we're going to get a schedule of that going out to you.
Cool. So your homework for today. All right. It's pretty easy. It's not going to be super complicated like some of the other homework has been very, very involved. Your homework today is simply to meet up with your miracle group sometime between now
and Saturday.
So you guys have 3 days basically to meet up with your miracle group. That's the T-shirt Inception group that you were given, and you are going to do the Power of 8 process with your miracle group.
And now if your miracle group has disbanded and you want to just start a new miracle group, you can do that. Just meet up with people and do this process on Zoom or on Facebook or somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So if you're curious about what the Power of 8 process is, it's pretty simple. It goes like this. Everyone in your group, you guys meet up on Zoom or like Kit said, wherever, face to face. And you sit there and each person picks an intention. So one person will come on and say, I would like to create a sense of ease around my financial situation, or I would like to heal this pain in my arm or whatever, right? So they come with an intention.
Or I would like to join BizCraft and Coachery and come up with $5,000 now.
That too. And so you say what your intention is, and then you set the intention. You say, okay, we're setting this intention for Kit, and we are all going to focus on this intention. We're sending it out into the universe. We're all going to breathe into it together. And then you play somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes. We like to play meditation music together, and everyone in the group sits there and holds that intention for that one person. Their eyes closed in meditation. 2 to 4 minutes is enough. When the timer goes off, everybody opens their eyes You can share. Maybe you had a visual, maybe you saw something come up for that person. Maybe there's a confirmation or a clue or just something that came up in your subconscious to send to that person to let them know. And then you move on to the next person. You do that for each person in your group. Okay, so it should take about an hour. If you're good with time and you have somebody who's really tracking the time, you could do it in about an hour. And you guys, this is super powerful.
This is a process where
I got pregnant. This is how we got 100 people in our first challenge or second challenge when there were only 13 signed up. This is the process we've used for so many things. And it's brought
Audrey's
so much magic
brother.
into our
Yes,
life.
yes, we did
Audrey's
this plus roller coasters, which is just what we're going to be doing in Disneyland.
Yeah. So make sure you do this. Make sure you reach out to your miracle group. Some of the miracle groups from a year ago are still going. Okay. But they met on the challenge a year ago and they're still meeting and doing this Power of 8 process. So this is an opportunity to form a relationship with a group of people that you might have for the rest of your life. So make sure you do this homework, okay?
So we've got a question coming up here. Is it possible to talk to someone after this webinar? I would have to take action today to get the funds. Absolutely. So your bonus calls you can use as to ask questions and work your enrollment, come up with funds to sign up for the program. Also, Rosie and I, we do not coach people, so we can specifically start fielding these questions about joining the program and support you.
What he means is we're not coaching anyone in this challenge, so we're available.
Yes, we've made ourselves available to coach you now.
Yeah.
So if you are ready and there's just a few questions that you have to ask, reach out to us. If you still need some coaching support around this, reach out to the coaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then hop on the group coaching call with me and Kit too. That's what it's about. We're there to answer questions. We're there to inspire you. We're there to help you get resourceful.
We're there to give you a coconut on top of the head.
Yes. Okay. One last thing, guys. One last thing. We want to give you an opportunity to get resourceful on the challenge Facebook page. So as of today, we are going to make a post and we're going to send this out in the email. You can make a post about whatever it is you're offering, whatever it is you're creating. If you're an artist, if you make jewelry, if you, whatever it is that you're doing, that you are trying to come up with the funds for your vision to execute. Maybe you do energy readings or tarot card readings or something like that. Make your post in the group. Now, my recommendation to you is to make it as easy as possible for people to give you money. So if you're like, yeah, I make jewelry, here's a picture, but there's no way to buy it, you're not going to make any money. If you simply go on PayPal and come up with your paypal.me link, it's a really easy way for people to send you very specific amounts of money. So say you sell earrings and they're $25. You go to PayPal, you make a paypal.me/RosieVolcano/25. That's my link. You put it up in your post with a picture of the earrings. You say, hey, who wants these earrings? They're $25. Boom. Somebody clicks one button. They click one button and they can send you $25 like that. Facebook also has a pay option in Messenger. There's so many ways to get paid so easily. You just have to make it easy for people to do it. So feel free to post what it is you're offering in the group. Unless it's a 6-month coaching program called Best Gift and Coaching, because that would be weird if you did that. Whatever it is, whatever skill or whatever thing that you're creating that you want to offer to the rest of the people in the group as a way of you getting towards your vision and raising the funds towards your vision, the group is now open to that as well.
So we'll meet you next Saturday on the webinar. We're going to teach you our #1 business building tool. This is more of a mentor tool, less of a mindset tool. It's like a business tool. We're going to teach you the process that we use to enroll people into our programs, the conversations that we have to receive abundance into our life. And this tool, when you master it, it's fucking amazing. So we're going to teach you that on Saturday.
Yeah, it's super valuable, you guys. So make sure you come to Saturday's webinar. You really don't want to miss it. Okay. Now, just a reminder for prizes, every time you post in the group, it's 1 ticket. Every time you post on your personal timeline with the hashtag and make it public, it's 2 tickets. And if you had an amazing time on this challenge and you want to give us a testimonial, you can make a written testimonial, you can post it in the group, or you can make a video testimonial. You have to make sure you send us the video though, because we can't download it from the group. You have to send it in an email. Send it to Nicole@thelittlevolcano.com.
Okay. And that gives you 10 raffle tickets. If you make us a video testimonial, we would love to see that.
Don't forget, Goblin Day continues to go. It keeps going. So you can continue to knock away these goblins and get points. Yesterday, I was feeling a little lethargic and I was like, I can do some goblins. And I didn't. But today, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the same process that I did on Monday or Tuesday for my goblins and just crank them out.
Yeah.
So you can get points for that. Go for it, guys.
All right, guys. So we're going to end the webinar now. We love you so much. Thank you for sticking in there with us. Thank you for just hanging in there. I know we kept you a little bit long today, but we love you. We're super excited for you, and we can't wait to see you on the group coaching. All right? Have a beautiful day. Bye. Bye. Bye.
You know it's good when people don't want to leave. They're like still hanging out.
Bye.
Bye.